Hey yo, what's good? What's poppin'? What's happening with you all? It's your boy Gold Phoenix in the flesh. Rise from the ashes and be blessed. You already know the deal. Listen up. I'm out here in Colorado right now, off of US 191. The name of this town, I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce it. I think it's like some it's Native American. I know that much, but I'm not even gonna, like, I will butcher the name if I try to say it. But I do know I'm over here by Ute Mountain and this casino over here. So I mean, if you guys put two and two together, if y'all are familiar with it, you know, I'm sure y'all can figure out where I'm at. I'm actually on my way to Dallas, Texas. So I'm still running solo right now. I've only been back to work for about a week. So I mean, I don't have a student right now. It is what it is. I'm not stressing it because honestly, I really enjoy having my truck to myself, even with the pay cut. Like I ain't stressing. I'm not. So, but I've gotten a lot of requests from people to do more point of view videos. I'll do my best to try and do more of them. They're kind of a pain to make, but I'm gonna see what I could do. So for now, what I'm about to do, I'm about to do my pre-trip, run inside, use the bathroom, get my coffee situation together, stretch, brush my teeth, and get ready to roll. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and another point, this load is already late, so I mean there's that. I got basically grounded at the terminal in Salt Lake City. High winds or whatever, they would not let me deadhead to pick it up. I ended up having to wait all night, so it is what it is. Stuff happens. Anyway, I'll get back to you guys when I get back to you guys. Check it. This is a guy. Hold on, let me turn this down. Cool seat on. There's a dude who just bought my coffee. Literally, I was waiting in line to pay for it. He turns around, looks at me, he goes, "Is that all you getting?" So I say, "Yeah." He turns around to the cashier, hands her a couple dollars and says, "For my man's right here." And then just walks away. It's little stuff like that that just makes the world a better place. So now, somebody did that act of kindness for me, I gotta pay it forward. So I see somebody in need or, you know, anything like that, I'm gonna look out for them. And keep that cycle going. You know, little by little, we can improve this planet. But anyway, you know, that's just a little bit of my philosophy. Right now, 78,000 pounds. Going to Dallas, like I said, I already told you guys that. And I have almost 21,000 miles on this truck. So she's putting that work in. Like I said, I'm still solo right now. I'm gonna get to that. It actually kind of segues into what I wanted to talk about, which is these daggone students and wasting time. I've had 2 students already quit. Not for anything I did, but 2 reasons both of them had. Similar reasons. Both of them said it was either going to take too long.
US 491 in 30 miles. Turn right.
It was either going to take too long, or it was going to take too long for them to get their own truck, right? That's why my most recent student ended up leaving. We completed his training, did everything we had to do. I went on vacation, he went home. Right now, that wasn't out of the blue thing. This is something we discussed when I had first met the guy, right? He knew I was going to Vegas from the jump. I told him we will push as hard as we got to finish your training before I do that. That way, when I go and we come back, chances are you'll be upgrading shortly after that, right? He finished all of his miles. I drop them off at the house. I solo my way out to Las Vegas, chill there for a week, do my thug dizzle. I ate a burger with gold dust on it, you know, shout out to the Aria. I go to leave, I hit him up, he told me, oh yeah, I'm not coming back, it's taking too long to get my own truck. I'm sitting here like, you just finished your training. You literally just finished it. What is the rush? Now, you guys know who I work for. I don't say their name for, you know, specific reasons, but you guys know who I work for. So you already understand the get down. It's common knowledge that if you come to this carrier, you're gonna be, you know, in training for X amount of time, X amount of miles, however long it take you to finish these miles or whatever. We all know the deal with the truck shortages and how everyone is struggling to get their hands on trucks right now. A lot of mega carriers are extending the terms of, you know, how long they usually would keep their trucks. They're running them over miles. They're putting extended warranties on. They're doing all kinds of stuff just to stay in business because it's difficult. You know what I'm saying? But moral of the story is, you know the get down coming here. So why waste the time? You have a lot of people. There's a lot of people who will say, oh, don't come to this carrier. Y'all know exactly, you know, I work for the league. Oh, well, you know, I wouldn't recommend going over there because the training is going to take too long. And if you are somebody who feels you do not need that, by all means, go somewhere that'll push you through faster, get you your own truck faster. Because even I agree with the statement that real training starts when you get behind the wheel of your own truck. Real training starts when you solo, bro. I can tell you everything I know, and it'll go in one ear and out the other. Once you get your own truck, oh, now you're forced to figure it out. That's the difference. You don't have anybody to lean on no more. There's a lot of people who tell you to go somewhere like Warner, or somewhere, I don't know, shoot, any number of companies that have you in a truck with a trainer maybe 2-3 weeks, and then push you out, you know? Whereas this company, you'll be in training sometimes months on end. I was in training personally from February to July when I was a student. And that's not counting going to school to actually get my license. This was after the fact. So, but it worked out for me. I made a lot of money here. I do very well with this company. So as far as I'm concerned, all the extra hoops and nonsense I had to jump through for what I ended up getting on the back end was worth it. But what ends up happening, and this is what I believe happened with both the students I've had that quit. I believe that both of them got on YouTube and they was listening to somebody talk about, oh, yo, you come out here, you do this and that or whatever. I'm making all kinds of money. I'm making all kinds of doing this, and they let them get in their ear and waste their time. So now you ended up coming here, complete your training, quit. Now you got to pay back that bill because you didn't fulfill your year contract, which would have flown by. So now you got that debt looming over your head on a maybe, because truckers seem to believe it's always, you know, the grass is always greener on the other side. There's always something better than what I'm doing now. And yes, that might be true. There's always somebody making more than you. There's always somebody, you know, who professes to make $30 million a week in their home every night. There's always somebody who's doing better, or at least says they're doing better. But what you guys need to start asking yourself is, what works for me? This is why I don't let anybody get in my head and tell me, oh, you need to quit. You need to leave that company you with, because it works for me. I'm single. I got no kids. I don't pay rent where I live. You know what I'm saying? The world is my oyster. I could do what I want to do. Why the heck would I leave to go somewhere where I could be home more often? I don't want to. I haven't been in my house in almost a year now. My actual home, I didn't see my actual home in almost a year. Well, I need to do that soon, but it's not, dude, I'm out here. I be out here. I work, I run. It works for me, at least for now. And when I need to adjust, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna adjust, but for now, it works for me. Key keyword for me. Just because you might be over there in the oil field getting $3,000 a day does not mean that I want to do that. Nor does it mean that if I go over there, I'm going to get what you get. Because everyone's situation is different. You could be at this carrier and have a different dispatcher and see a completely different dialogue of loads compared to me. Case in point, I got a homeboy, you know, same company, different dispatcher, same division though. And he just did a load 2,200 miles across the country by himself. When I'm solo, I don't get loads like that. This is a long load for me, 1,300 miles, bro. Going to Dallas. This is long for me. Typically when I'm solo, it's 600-800 miles, low miles, high profitability. That's what I tend to do. That's how my dispatcher works. Going across the country, if I'm going all the way from, I don't know, Maryland to California, I'm gonna make stops along the way. I might go from Maryland to, I don't know, Pennsylvania to Illinois. Go from Illinois up to Minnesota down at Nebraska. Head down there to Colorado, get me a load going to Salt Lake City. Go from Salt Lake City out there to Sacramento, you know? But it's never just one straight shot. You see how the experience is different? Now, what that does is I end up making more money because I'm making less stops for fuel. Going across the country in one foul swoop to me is way less profitable than making stops along the way. Now, is it less annoying? Yeah, because you're dealing with less people, but at the same time, money-wise, oh yeah, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. That aside, though, you gotta ask yourself, man, if you are getting into trucking, why? That's the question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Are you here to waste time? Are you here to sightsee? Are you here to get this bread? I get a lot of people who ask me to train them, and I can't promise you that I can. I would like to, some of you guys, sure. But I get assigned students. I don't pick my students for the most part. This is one thing that you guys need to understand. If you end up getting me as a trainer, right? Tell you pretty much whatever you want to know to the best of my ability. I could tell you how to make money. I could tell you how to do the job. I could tell you how I do my job. I could break down lease numbers, which I also did for my last student because he wanted to, you know, he said he wanted to be a lease operator, so I told him what I know, you know. I tell you all that, but I can't make you do it. I can't force you to see it through. But my philosophy, and I guess this is just the way that I was raised, is that if you're gonna start something, you might as well finish it. You already came this far. The company already invested into you. I invested into you. I take a risk on my life for your sake. You know, I go out of my way to teach. I gotta let you drive my truck and trust that you won't kill me while I'm asleep. You know? I'm taking a huge risk. And because of that, yes, I am compensated quite handsomely, but that's not the point. That's not why I train. I don't train because of the money as much as I train because I actually want to help people. I make a lot of money because I do the right thing. I just do my job well. That's why. That's it. That's it. I don't focus on the bread. I focus on what needs to be done. The bread is just a side effect. That's just how I operate, you know? I could tell you and give you anything you need, but ultimately you have to make the decision to see it through. And if you know you lazy or you know you the type to be easily swayed by a few words, you might as well not even waste your time. Because there's people out here who are actually about it. Because I wasted my time training 2 people who couldn't see it through, couldn't see the vision, jumped shit too early before it really worked out for them. What I left other people who actually needed a trainer, who actually needed that, in the win. bunch of people still sitting at home waiting on a trainer. I could have done that for them. Instead, I was wasting my time on some people that weren't really about it. It is what it is. Am I frustrated about it? No, not necessarily. But what I will convey to you guys is if you're gonna start, finish what you started. That's it. Now I'm gonna continue down these back roads. It's been a beautiful drive. I drove through Moab, Utah yesterday, and the first time seeing that. But yeah, I usually try to avoid these super long back road trips, but I'm not mad at this. I'm about to cross into New Mexico shortly. I'll probably run down to Gallup, hit I-40 from there, 40 all the way to 287, straight down there to Dallas. We're gonna continue down this road. Why are you driving so slow, dude? Jesus. Anyway, as I always tell you guys, be happy, stay blessed, do not be afraid to make drastic changes in your life. It might end up being the best decision you ever made. I'm Gold Phoenix, and I'm out.